Now my chilli. And my garlic. So this is 4 cloves, finely sliced.
Alrighty, so what do we have next?
Okay, so now's the prawns. Okay, so I've got 2 here. I'm going to butterfly one.
And there's a bit of a technique to that, isn't there?
Yeah, so butterfly, it's a nice enough skill called butterflying, and what it is literally just cutting the prawn in half from head to tail. Just like that. Crunch down all the way through. A little bit of muscle.
Yeah.
And into the pan. I'm going to put it cut side down to get a nice brown surface, just for a couple of minutes.
Alright, so what have we got next?
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a flambe.
Ooh, flambe,
Yeah.
what's that?
Yeah, so I've reserved some of the prawn heads over here. I'm going to pop them into a hot pan and then flambe them with some ricard.
Oh, ricard. That's this one?
Yes, thank you. So I'll pop these out onto, I'll just put these aside.
So what's this?
Okay, so ricard is a beautiful liquor. It's French, and it's a anise flavoured liquor, and it's great because it's got that fennelly flavour, perfect with seafood. So here's my prawn heads. Pop those into the pan, get those nice and hot, and then flambe with the ricard, and it caramelises beautifully. So here we go.
Oh, wow, that's really warm, so make sure you step back when you do that one.
Eyebrows okay?
Yes.
Intact? Excellent.
And so if we don't have the ricard, is there something else we can use?
It's it's like an aniseed flavour, so fennelly. So things like sambuca are good, and also pernod is really good.
Alright, so what do we do now?
Okay, now we'll sort of make the rest of the sauce really. Got a few different types of tomatoes, so we'll start with those.
So what types of tomatoes do we have here?
I've got a couple of different types. So these ones are great. They're small cherry tomatoes, and they're beautiful and sweet. I've got yellow ones too, so in they go. And these ones are just chopped vine ripened tomatoes, so they add beautiful sweetness and flavour, and they're nice and juicy as well, so it helps to create this beautiful sauce.
And that colour's coming up beautifully, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so just stir that round. Now I'll add the basil.
Basil? And is that just a normal basil?
There's heaps of different varieties of basil. This one is an Italian style basil, beautiful and aromatic, and like perfect for this time of year in summer.
Smells amazing.
Okay, so just sort of stir that round. So my spaghetti's cooking away. Get all those flavours infused.
And we're just simmering that, is that right?
Yeah, so just simmer that for a couple of minutes. Actually, I finally need to add my prawns. So I've got the 2 types, so pass those over. So they're the smaller ones. Put those in, that's 1 cup. And then the king prawns, I think there's about 4 left. I've butterflied those, so they can go in now too. Thank you.
Clean that up. That's looking lovely. Those colours are coming up nice. It smells amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, I love this dish. It's one of my favourites. It's perfect for this time of the year.
So do we keep those prawn heads in?
No, good question actually. I'm going to take those out because we don't want to get those in our dish, but I leave them in there for as long as I can to incorporate those flavours. So I'm going to cook those out now because the next thing I'm going to do is add in the spaghetti.
Right, okay, so we're going to plate up really soon, aren't we?
Yeah, pretty
So I'll
soon.
clear all this up for you.
Thank you. Okay, I think there was 4, so I'll grab those out. Now I'm going to check to see whether my spaghetti's cooked. Just a bit of a stir.
And how do we know when the spaghetti's actually ready?
Well, for me, it just changes colour just a little bit, and we call it al dente. So the Italians have this word to the tooth, which means that it's got like a little bit of a bite to it still.
Oh.
Okay, so there you go. Into the pot. A little stray one there. I like to swirl the water around just to cook it out, and then straight into the sauce so the flavours can come together.
Right. And how long will we keep this on now?
Oh, just for 1 more minute. I think we're nearly there. Actually, I'll finish it with a little bit of butter, and now we'll bring over some of those garnishes. So I brought in some, thank you. So just a little bit of butter, and I brought in some micro basil and this angel hair chilli, which is quite interesting.
That looks amazing. What is this?
So it's long red chilli.
Hi and welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us here at Quick to Cook. My name's Elmira and we have a special guest today, Emma, He's going to show us a really quick, really fast dish that you can whip up at home. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. So we're going to cook this together. I'm so excited to share with you this dish, one of my favourites. It's a prawn and basil spaghettini.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So shall we get started?
Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I've got some water on to boil. So let's cook the spaghetti first, and then I'll talk to you about all the other ingredients. So I'll put the salt in.
And so how much salt are we actually supposed to put?
Okay, so I'm going to put about a tablespoon. I know it seems like a lot, but they say in Italy that the water should be about as salty as the Mediterranean Sea.
Oh wow, that sounds like a lot of salt. And you said spaghettini, not spaghetti, right?
Yeah, so this is spaghettini. It's like a thinner style spaghetti, and it cooks quite quickly, and it's nice and fine, and sometimes it's called angel hair pasta.
Nice. Okay, so what are we moving on to? I'll take that for you.
Thank you. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is sort of like season my pan. I've got some chilli and garlic, so that's the base of the dish. So I'll chop up the chilli. I'm going to de-seed that. And then I've got some prawns here, so a few different types actually.
Oh, well, what do we have?
Okay, so in that dish in front of me is some king prawns.
So that one there.
Yes.
They look amazing.
Yeah, so they're beautiful. I'm going to butterfly those out and pan fry them in the chilli and the garlic. And they're going to be like a garnish for the dish. So I'll use those to finish the dish. Chopped chilli, a lot of chilli, a lot of